Hey everybody, this is Jokerspice, bringing a little spice to your life. Last time we started the Shadow Temple and collected the last pieces of heart in the game. And now we're about to finish the Shadow Temple, so let's just get going right away. So this room, we actually already got to see this room a little bit. When we fell down that hole earlier in the dungeon, when we were trying to collect those silver rupees, and now we're on the other side. Pushing this block will let us access the hole, so it kind of serves as a bit of a shortcut. Unfortunately, though, we gotta push this block all the way to the other side, which is quite a bummer, to be perfectly honest. Takes a long time to do this. But while we're here, I love the themes, like the theming of all the temples in this game. More like in the other previous games, we've always had like themes to the dungeons, like so that this is the fifth Zelda game, like chronologically made. But now that the game, like because the game was in 3D and stuff, like the themes could really be like, you could really like, oh, okay. What? How did that not work? It's like right there. Maybe I have to be up here? Like, you could definitely tell what the theming of the dungeons are in like A Link to the Past and stuff like that, but there's just something about this particular game and the 3D elements that just like really drive it home. And I have to just really appreciate it. Making the volcano temple feel like you're in a volcano and it's super hot and stuff. I love the way this whole game looks, and more so than just like, you know, like textures and like tiles and stuff like that in previous games. I really like the theming better, and it really sets up like the precedent that we're gonna see in like later Zelda games. Especially in games like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and even though I really don't like Skyward Sword, I still have to praise like how good it made all its temples and stuff look. And it's something that I honestly really missed in Breath of the Wild. I know that like after like 2 decades of having themed dungeons and stuff like that, maybe it's nice to like take a break from it by trying something new. And you know what? I have to give it to Nintendo and for doing that new thing. But there's a part of me that also kind of wish that, like, you know, the Divine Beast Meadow is not the same thing as the Divine Beast, like, Ruta and stuff like that. So here we're on a magic boat. It's a boat. It's crossing the river Styx or whatever, getting us to where we need to go. We got a couple Stalfos to defeat while we do this. Obviously, jumping off at this point would be a really bad thing. You would just go back to the beginning of this room, this really large room. Now, make sure you get off right here, because this is the end of the line. And as you can probably imagine, this thing doesn't stop. So, this ship is sinking, abandoned ship, get onto a safe platform. And it falls really fast, so gotta be careful. Alright, we're actually really close to being done, the Shadow Temple. So this might end up being a short little episode here, but that's alright. Here we have what seems to be a pretty straightforward location, but as we learned, if you grab the Lens of Truth, you'll see that there's more than meets the eye. These are floor masters, not wall masters. They split up like this. When defeated, they are not required to beat, so I'm just gonna ignore them. We got a room right here, so let's go ahead and enter it. Got another floor master. This one seems a little bit more required. Oops. Make sure you defeat all of them as fast as you can before they all turn into their own fully fledged floor master, though. They all drop magic, which is pretty nice. And here we go, we got ourselves a little chest. It's even a small key, which is pretty helpful. We're almost done this dungeon, there's only a couple rooms left, but it's pretty good that we got that. There we go, just get rid of that thing. We got another room right here. We got another one of these rooms with the spinning plots. So as you can probably imagine, it's pretty much the same thing here. All you gotta do is get rid of those magic pots, or spinning pots. But they're spinning this time, so thank you Goron City for the practice here. You know, as much as I love the item menu in this game, I think I actually really am happy that in like, especially in like Twilight Princess and stuff, they changed the way it worked. It's much nicer to have like an item ring or something like that, just so like you're not pausing the menu so much. Alright, so now that I think about it, this is a completely optional room. The only thing that's in here is these rupees, which I guess I could go ahead and grab. I wasn't able to get that last 20 rupee in time. Oh well, that's not even a big deal. So yeah, this is an optional room, you don't need to go in here at all. I forgot about that. But you do get a golden Skulltula, which is not so bad. I think that's all of them in this dungeon. Yeah, we got all of them. There's only like 2 more chests in this dungeon as well, which means that we're pretty close to the boss key. Which also means we're really close to the boss. We've got a wall here. So you see what I mean though by this dungeon's like incredibly linear? Like we pretty much went into one straight line for the entire dungeon. Alright, so this room has spikes. And they're gonna kill us if we don't do something about it. But if you use your fire arrows, nothing happens. Because the fire arrows are just extra items that don't really do anything in this game. Other than like light torches up maybe. Even though you were just using fire, if you use Din's fire, you'll blaze up all of that other stuff, which actually, now that I think about it, makes Din's fire required in this game. I didn't think it was. 5 rupees, awesome, love it. And there we go, there's our big key. Yeah, we didn't even really have to look for this thing, it was pretty straightforward. You know what, there's something really special about this dungeon, even though it's pretty easy and straightforward and you just kind of go through it. Whether or not this is your second last or last dungeon that you're doing, there's something really nice about just like one little dungeon in the middle of all of these dungeons that are super confusing and stuff. Just like be straightforward, especially since it's so creepy in here. Alright, so I actually love this room. I love this room because this is like this awesome game design. Without anybody telling you what to do, you see that there's this pillar here, and that's the same thing as that thing. And you notice that that has fallen down, and when you look here, there's a bunch of bomb flowers. Without even like, I don't even have to tell you what we have to do. It's just so obvious. And I love that. Alright, let's go ahead and blow these guys up. I just love that. I just love game design stuff like that. It's like using the language of your surroundings to be able to tell you how to do something. Alright. So, let's see. I think this is totally optional. I don't even know why it's here. But I think we can grab... I think we can play the Song of Time here. Yeah, so the Song of Time, you can play it here, and then there'll be a block. Go ahead and climb up of it to get 1 heart, which is weird. And then, excuse me, if you play the Scarecrow song, you can go up here for presumably just more hearts. I don't know why they didn't just put these hearts on the ground, or put rupees or something up here. Even with the Lens of Truth, there isn't anything like super amazing up here. I don't know, this seems strange. Alright, and with that, we've entered the last room of the dungeon, which is pretty easy to get through. We will need those Pegasus boots, though, in order to get to our destination. And with that, that's it. That's the whole Shadow Temple. Easy peasy. Way easier than the Water Temple, that's for sure. This horrifying creature is Boing Boingg, the Phantom Shadow Beast. And I have to say, this is probably my favorite dungeon in the game. Or, sorry, not dungeon in the game, boss in the game. I don't know what it is, but there's just something super cool about this dungeon, and about this boss fight too. You got this really creepy thing, it's got like hands and stuff that are disconnected from it. Apparently the person who made the Eye of Truth was decapitated, and if you notice, if you look at this boss, you can see that it looks like a body, its hands are separated, and where its neck should be is this weird hole and eyeball. It's super creepy. If you do not wear the Pegasus boots, and instead you're wearing your regular boots, you'll just be bouncing all the time, and it doesn't help. So it's not recommended you do that. The obvious answer here is to shoot those eyeballs, or to shoot the hands. My bad. If you use your ice arrows on it, it's one of the only enemies to have like an actual react. It's so interesting. It's like one of the only enemies to react to it. And it even does this animation where it tries to break open the other hand. And I don't know. I think that's so cool. And you can't even freeze the other hand while you're doing it. So it's not actually that useful because you have to take out both hands in order to advance the boss. But the fact that they added that when this item is so useless in the first place, it's very interesting. Oops. Alright, I'm actually not doing so hot against this boss because I've just been showing off all the things with it. But yeah, this boss, not very hard. As long as you can get your L targeting down, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm trying to jump. There we go. Like that. Then you could just take this thing down real fast with jump slashes. I think this thing is almost done now. We just did like 32 damage or 24 damage or something like that. Do you think we can beat this thing without using one of our fairies? Probably not. Alright, bring it on. Oh, nope, I could not do it. That's okay, we have a fairy. Man, these are so broken. I can't believe a fairy heals you even more than when you die, than if you were to man. Than if you were just to use it outright. It's crazy. Oh. There we go. And that's the end of Boing Boingg. It's so random too. There is cool lore about this creature because we could tell what it might be. Because it's just some weird demon spirit of some guy who got decapitated after making the Eye of Truth. Probably. But why is it playing bongos? Why is his name Boing Boingg? I don't know. How do we even know its name is Bongo Bongo? Alright. Regardless, we have gotten our heart container. We have 19 hearts. Almost all the hearts. The boy with the noble Zelda's Ocarina. As I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker, and I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. We Sheikah have served the royalty of Hyrule from generation to generation as attendants. However, on that day 7 years ago, Ganondorf suddenly attacked, and Hyrule Castle surrendered after a short time. Ganondorf's target was one of the keys to the Sacred Realm, the hidden treasure of the royal family, the Ocarina of Time. My duty bound me to take Zelda out of Ganondorf's reach. When I saw you, as we made our escape from the castle, you were just a lad. Now I see that you have become a fine hero. There's nothing to worry about. The princess is safe now. Soon, you'll meet Princess Zelda face to face, and she will explain everything. That is when we, the 6 wise ones, will seal up the evil king and return peace to Hyrule. I have to stay here. You go to Princess Zelda's side and protect her on my behalf. Now I put my power, which should be helpful to you, into this medallion. You receive the Shadow Medallion. Impa awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. Please look out for the princess. And there we are. We have completed the Shadow Temple. You know, it's kind of funny. This is called a Shadow Temple, but the Spirit Temple being its name wouldn't be a bad name for it. Considering, like, the whole gimmick. Alright. Man, we've only been going on for about 20 minutes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could show you this episode. But there really, truly isn't. Beating the Shadow Temple will cause the rain to stop in Kakariko Village, so that's something, I guess. Let's see. I guess I could just start the Spirit Temple. Yeah, I guess I'll start the Spirit Temple, I guess. I'll keep going until I'm around 30 minutes. But before that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy some magic. Just because, I don't know. It feels like something to do. Actually, now that I think about it, we're never gonna use that blue fire I have. I wonder if I could sell it to the beggar that's in this town. Might as well try it out. Like I always hangs out around here, so... You want this? 150 rupees? Oh, shoot. Okay, well, that was worth it. Did that fill our wallet? No, there you go. Back to full. As if I never accidentally bought those bomb chew. I mean... Man, if I have all this money, I might as well just get the blue potion, right? Alright. So I'm gonna grab these blue potions. And I don't think you need to watch me turn into a child. So I think after I buy these guys, I'm just gonna go straight to, I think I'm just gonna go straight to the Spirit Temple. Okay, sorry. I think it's just funny. I was starting to do the Majora's Mask warping song instead of the Prelude of Light. I just think that's funny. Anyways, I'll meet you at the Spirit Temple. Alright, here we are. So, that stone pedestal, and Sheik explained to us that we're gonna need to return here as a child in order to continue our quest. That's because there's a small hole in the left side of the entrance that we need to get through as a child. So this is interesting, entering one of the actual temples as a child. Let's see, what items would be useful? I guess just like, I don't know, the slingshot, bombs. That makes sense. Alright, huh, who's that? Hello. Oi. No, what voice is she? She's, well, I mean, this is probably Nabooru. So, she's esteemed. I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? Nothing really. You have nothing to do? What good timing. Can you do me a favor, kid? Wait a second, I want to ask you first. You wouldn't happen to be one of Ganondorf's followers, would you? I hate Ganondorf. Aha! You've got guts. I think I like you. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Nabooru of the Gerudo. I'm a lone wolf thief. But don't get me wrong. Though we're both thieves, I'm completely different from Ganondorf. With his followers, he stole from women and children, and he even killed people. A kid like you may not know this, but the Gerudo race consists only of women. Only one man is born every 100 years. Even though our laws say that lone male Gerudo must become king of the Gerudo, I'll never bow to such an evil man. By the way, what is your name, kid? J-Spice? What kind of name is that? Well, anyway, I want to ask you a favor. Will you go through this tiny hole and get a treasure that's inside? I'm like 8, so probably not. The treasure is the silver gauntlets. If you equip them, you can easily push and pull very heavy things. No, kid. Don't even think about taking this treasure for yourself. The silver gauntlets won't fit a little kid like you if you try to equip them. I want you to be a good boy and give them to me. Ganondorf and his minions are using the Spirit Temple as a hideout. Only the silver gauntlets will allow me to sneak deep into the temple. Once there, I'm going to steal all the treasure inside and mess up their plans. How about it? Will you do it? Alright. Thanks, kid. You and I, let's give Ganondorf and his followers a big surprise, shall we? If you can successfully get the silver gauntlets, I'll do something great for you. I really like all the cutscenes in this game, but something that's like that I'd like to bring to attention. Also, make sure you don't have your Kokiri shield equipped for this, otherwise it's going away. Man, exactly, like that, as soon as that. Like, for example, with the whole, like, Impa thing, like, we hadn't seen Impa in such a long time. It always struck me as kind of weird, just, like, a little bit weird, that we don't even see Impa, like, not even before the Shadow Temple or anything. I just find it, like, a weird, like, show, don't tell kind of thing that the game, like, doesn't, like, struggles to do sometimes. I don't know. There we go, all the enemies in the room are defeated. When that happens, we want to go through the left door. At least with Nabooru here, it feels a lot better. There's like more characterization, I find. It ends up being a lot more fun, I think, when we have a little bit more backstory. Curiously, since we're doing some of the Spirit Temple as a child, I always thought it was interesting that every single one of the adult temples, Forest, Fire, Water, Shadow, and Spirit, all have like, kind of like a child component to it. The first 3 dungeons, the bottom of the well, and now this, it's like we're doing each dungeon both as a child and as an adult. I mean, it's not completely the case because we're not going into any of the other temples except this one as a child, But there's clearly supposed to be parallels. Man, fucking Kokiri sword sucks. Alright. But yeah, I don't know. I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy the parallels and stuff. I really like duality and stuff like that when it comes to theming. So it's cool. Alright, so we got that blue rupee. Here we have this very interesting enemy. It looks like a statue of Anubis. It shoots fire at us. And it's literally just called Anubis, which is interesting. Because that would imply that there's like... Okay. Actually, now that I realized it, when Link, like, gets hit... Just get rid of all these pots. They're pretty annoying, actually. When Link gets hit, he makes the same hit animation as he does in the second Zelda game. Adventure of Link, Zelda 2. I actually never realized that until like right now, so that's kind of cool. If we make our way here and then hit the switch, we can kill this Anubis. Its only weakness is fire. Trying to hit it with anything like the boomerang or the slingshot or even bombs won't do anything. So, yeah, that's the only way we can really defeat it. We can use Din's fire, actually, I think, to defeat it as well. Which is kind of interesting, because at this point, pretty much a require to have Din's fire. You can do this temple out of order, though. You can do it before the Shadow Temple. And the Din's fire is only required in the Shadows Temple, so... Again, it seems kind of weird that you do the bottom of the well, and then you would do, like... It seems weird to do the bottom of the well, and then to do... And then to do, like... Not, like, a different temple. I don't know. Like the bottom of the well, and then the Spirit Temple, and then... And then the Shadow Temple. It just seems like a weird out of order thing, so I don't know. I find that's kind of weird. Alright, we almost got all these silver rupees. They really like to use the silver rupees, though. In these last couple of dungeons. Man, there's so many keys. So many keys, so little time. Man, we're in the middle of a pandemic. I can't go around keysing everybody. Alright. Sorry, that was a bad joke. But we do have another golden Skulltula here. Might as well go ahead and collect that. And something we haven't used in a long time. We have a torch here that we need to light up. So let's go ahead and do just that. We got a torch. We only have 5 Deku sticks. Oh man, are you kidding me? Why? I guess I must have used them all last time. Figured I wasn't gonna need to use Deku sticks all that often anymore, which is true enough, but oh well. Here we got another small key. Or our first small key? It might be the first small key we've received in this dungeon. But we have it now, so that's great. Back in this middle area. And this is the only spot we haven't been to, so I guess this is where we gotta go. This is a really big door. Holy crap. Got some boxes here. Deku nuts. And bombs. Here we got some regular Waltulas. Haven't seen those guys in a while. Gonna grab these. Gonna grab these as well. And there's actually another golden Skulltula right here in this room. So why don't we go ahead and just, I don't know, take care of it. I wonder how many we're gonna have by the end of the game. My guess is like 70 something. There's like a lot of golden Skulltulas that are hidden like in hidden grottos and stuff like that. And like in weird hidden places that you need like random items to get. So, I don't know. So we got this rock. It looks kind of loose, like we can jimmy it, but we don't really have anything that we can use for that. We do. Oh, we got Lizalfos. Let's go ahead and defeat this thing. Nice, awesome, cool. Not even a mini boss, just a regular enemy too. Come on, man, that thing is really dark in the dark. Usually it's kind of gray, but anyways. So we just got a couple treasure chests that way. Just this one over here. Which gives us a blue rupee. I don't know why they're insistent on giving us so many blue rupees, but... Alright, we got some Bombchu. I kind of wish I actually got this first. Or did this first, but... this is one of the only times in the game you actually require to use Bombchu. When a Bombchu hits something that it can blow up, it'll automatically blow it up. Oh man, are you kidding me? Well, we got 50 of them, so might as well use them up. This is ridiculous. Come on, hit it. There we go. So, when sunlight touches these sun panels, things happen. I don't even need to fight you, forget it. Alright, here we are. So this is the main room of the Spirit Temple. It's got this really cool snake lady right in the middle of it. Sick. In the middle here, we got some torches. And you know what? It's Zelda. You see some torches, you light them on fire. That's just kind of how things go around here. Doing that will give us the dungeon item quite early, actually, right before the dungeon and the compass map. Compass, I mean. And I'm just kidding, it's a dungeon map. I just thought I'd throw you for a loop this time. But yeah, it's cool, we got the dungeon map. And as you can see, there are like two sides to this dungeon, and we've mostly explored the left side. So we probably still gotta do some more of that. Got ourselves a couple empty pots and a blue switch. Blue switches got to be held down if you don't remember, so let's go ahead and push this Armos. Do that exactly. And we'll make our way to the top. There's not much we can do in this room otherwise. We don't have any of our cool adult items anymore. We'll have to remember this for later. As you can see, Navi's there. Probably means we can get Banoru to show up, the scarecrow. I have no idea if that's his actual name. If it's not, I'm gonna feel like an idiot, but I'm pretty sure that's his name. Minoru? Maybe that's his name in Majora's Mask or something. Alright, we got this room, and we got more of these silver rupees. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of the silver rupees. It's something I don't really like about this game, that they reuse the silver rupees over and over and over again. Alright, cool. We got rid of all those BMOs, which is pretty nice. There's something cool. So these are the Gerudo, and you can pretty much tell like what kind of people they are, not only by their like the stuff that they wear and like their temple, but I guess maybe the Gerudos were supposed to be Islam or something similar to that, just because of like the symbols and stuff like that. I'm not sure. It seems kind of crazy, and you know, they live in the desert and they have like dark skin and stuff like that. I don't know, the Gerudos are super badass. I'm really happy they've reutilized them in Breath of the Wild, because at that point, we haven't even seen Gerudos since like, well, I guess, because Gerudos weren't in Twilight Princess at all. I'm trying to think. I guess maybe I haven't played all of Four Swords Adventures because it's a multiplayer party-esque Zelda game, but I think they're there. But that game has kind of everything, so. Alright, cool, we just have the 1 rupee left. There's actually quite a few things to do in this room. But yeah, we got 1 of the rupees left, right over here. Getting all the silver rupees unlocks that torch, which then I think we can use our Deku Stick in order to light. It's a good thing we have Deku Sticks. We didn't use all, actually, because I haven't seen a single Deku Stick in this entire dungeon. So there's 1 here, 1 there. Pretty much one by all the. Oh, maybe on the other side of this. Oh no! Oh, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. No! We ran out of time. Alright. And all the torches died as well, so we're gonna have to do this real quick. If you want to save your Deku Sticks, make sure you use your sword before it completely disappears. There we go. We got a chest for that. I think actually killing all the enemies or something might have unlocked the door. Where is that chest? Oh, it's right there, where that last rupee we got was. I like the music here. It's very atmospheric. I mean, I've pretty much been saying that about all the music here, but I like, man, I just like the music in this game. So it's just a good time. All right, cool. Before we go though, there is a golden Skulltula here that we should get. So let's go ahead and do that. Man, I'm really missing my bow and arrow and just killing everything in one shot. All right, awesome. With that, let's just keep going. Oh, what's in here? Maybe something useful? Nope. Something useful? Just some hearts. Oh well, that's fine. Alright, let's do this! Ooh. Quite a big room. It's a locked door. What's this? Wow, look at this armor. It's very shiny. Oh! It's an enemy. This is an Iron Knuckle. I would probably consider this to be the strongest enemy in the game. Regular enemy, I guess. I guess it is a mini-boss, but regardless, it is a powerful one. Just wanted to show you that this thing does 4 hearts of damage. So, if you haven't gotten a single piece of heart, but you've been collecting heart containers, you might have noticed, so let's say 3 plus 4 at this point, or 3 plus, or 3 plus 3 if you decided to do this temple first. So you, plus 3 again. So you probably either have like 9 or 10 hearts at this point. So getting hit by this thing like 3 times is gonna kill you. But this thing has really slow hits, so they're pretty easy to dodge. The idea is to let it attack, and then just to attack it yourself. And then, with that kind of rhythm, you should be able to take care of this thing pretty quickly. You can attack this thing with bombs and stuff, but it's not going to really be that helpful for you. It's probably just best to use your sword. Jump slashes are the way to go. This thing has a crazy amount of health, so you're just going to attack this as much as possible. When you've attacked it enough times, its armor will fall off. And when its armor falls off, it speeds up. So you definitely want to be careful not to get hit too many times here. But after you've hit it enough times, it's easy peasy. And now that we've fought this mini boss, let's see what else. Let's see what our prize is. Hoot hoot hoot! Hey, what's up, jokersspice? Surprised to see me. It's been a long time. A long time in this world is almost nothing to you, is it? How mysterious! Even I thought that the tales of a boy who could travel back and forth through time was merely a legend. jokersspice, you have fully matured as an adult. From now on, the future of all the people in Hyrule is on your shoulders. Maybe it's not my time anymore. Here is my last advice. 2 witches inhabit this temple. In order to destroy them, turn their own magic power against them. Hoot hoot hoot! Do you want to hear what I said again? No, thank you. Kipora Gabora. I will continue to watch you. Hoo 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 hoo! Wow. Can't believe that owl followed us all the way to the desert. Definitely make sure you don't fall off this hand before getting this. But, if you open this chest, you will get one of the items in this dungeon. One of the dungeon items. It is the silver gauntlets. If you wore them, you would feel the power in your arms. The power to lift big things with A. But these gauntlets won't fit a kid. Plus, you promised to give them to Namboru, so you should keep your word. Hey! Where are you taking me? Yeah, let me go! You fiends! Ganondorf's minions! J-Spice, get out of here now! These witches, they're using black magic on me! Witches? More like hags. I don't know what Link is looking at, but that's it. That's pretty much all I wanted to do for today. I didn't even think we were gonna complete all of that today. Ended up being a pretty awesome episode. We completed half the Spirit Temple. There was something I'd like to show you. You know what, actually, I think I'll show you after we complete the Spirit Temple. I'm gonna go inside there and probably call it quits for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a really good time doing all of that today. The Spirit Temple, Shadow Temple, and all that stuff. If you like this episode and like the progress we did, make sure you give it a like. Leave a comment. Tell me, did you complete the Shadow Temple first, or did you complete the Spirit Temple first when you were a kid? I am definitely interested in knowing that. Next time, I'll be in the Spirit Temple as an adult. I'm actually preparing for that right now, because it'll save where you are if you go into a dungeon, so I'm just going to do that. And yeah, we're going to probably complete the rest of the Spirit Temple next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really makes me happy. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!